You're listening to the Nerd to Know Media Network.
The Attitude Era back. It's like, no, you need a period when people have characters again. And, think back to what made the Attitude Era great. Like, one of my favorite wrestlers ever, just because of how weird it was Gangrel and the Brood. They were a bunch of vampires. Okay. And they just throw blood on people, and it was weird and random, but they were still characters, and they're able to work it into their persona. So when they came out, like, some people are still saying, "Oh, we have the coolest, who had the coolest entrances," and people still say the Brood.
Man, that was a great entrance.
And even still, the team music is fantastic, and you can still jam to it. And look, they made Christian, they made Edge, they all kind of came up from that. So it's much better than having a roster full of guys who either all look the same or kind of behave the same. And that's kind of something that we've noticed with a decline with their merger from NXT to Raw or SmackDown, where even the guys who are very unique, like the Finn Balor's, aren't unique. Finn wore the paint, fair enough, but that only works because it's special, and it never really, it hasn't captured that magic. I think even if Bobby Roode was to come up to the main roster, and and he should be on the main roster. Bobby Roode is one of the best wrestlers in the world. But my concern is that they'll make the same mistake, and he'll just kind of blend off into the background.
Wow, Bobby Roode, one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh, I love Bobby Roode.
I don't. Maybe I haven't watched enough of him. I don't know.
Well,
that sounds crazy. Sounds crazy.
Well,
I saw so many beer money matches that I didn't want to have to watch.
No,
I just don't see. I mean, he's got a great theme song, and that means a lot, which makes me think about, are there ever, because I realized it this week, like, there's wrestlers that I've liked solely because of their theme song, and then their theme's done, and I'm kind of like, oh yeah, now you have to actually wrestle and be on my TV.
Well, yeah,
I came to that realization with Maria when she made her big return. She came out, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, all right, you took your last whatever, that's fine. I guess you guys you're a little older, but you still look good. Why don't I like you though? And then I looked up her old Titantron. I was like, oh my god, I used to put Legs Like That by Zebrahead on like mixed CDs. Like, that's how much I liked her theme song.
Wow.
And I realized I just have no interest in her.
Well,
and Zack Ryder was the same way.
Yes.
I loved his theme song.
Yes.
I have no interest in seeing Zack Ryder wrestle. Somebody's flipping me off right now for like either like, man, I love Maria or Ryder. I'm not sorry. It is what it is.
Well, look, as I said, team music is all tied up with the character thing, and if they nail the team music, well, that's going to get them over by itself. Like, actually, I will say, one of the things that I hate about AJ Styles right now, it's like literally the only thing, I hate his theme music. I cannot stand that theme. I really don't like it. I love, like, WWE should have just bought his before they put the rapping into the TNA team, they should have just went with that one. That was fantastic. I thought that was good. It fit his character a lot more. It got me amped for his matches. And now I'm like, once the team's over, I can it's kind of like the opposite of what you had with Maria, where it's kind of like, oh, thank God his team's over. Now I can enjoy the match.
I can enjoy him wrestle. Yeah, that's how I feel about Naomi.
Really?
That theme music. Oh my God. I'll just be walking around the house. I'll be like, oh, my mate. Oh, God. Can't get amazing out of my head. It's stupid as theme. Now she's got to do like this big dance to it, so it goes on. They play it longer. As if it wasn't in my head enough. It's torture.
I don't know. I don't think there's any really good themes right now in that have that kind of catchiness, because it's all they went through the period there where they license music. Sorry, go on.
Sammy's is good.
Sammy's is good, but I see. I don't think Sammy's team fits Sammy at all. You know, because it's weird ska kind of thing. You know, and it's just like, yeah, if
And he's like an Islamic Canadian.
yeah,
It's very bizarre.
it's very bizarre. Like if they gave him like one of those weird hats, you know, like the hats that all the ska kids used to wear, and like he came out with a trumpet, that would fit. It's like cool. Okay, you're a ska kid. That would make sense. But just I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Like Kevin Owens' team is awesome. It does kind of have that kind of like, you know, it fits him perfectly.
Like, yeah. I
Um,
think see, I like AJ's. I think you got to put AJ's in context of what they thought he was going to be when they brought him in
oh,
to
go on.
what he turned into.
Okay.
And I think it fit where they were going with him originally. And then they're like, oh, crap. Like, we actually have to give the title to this guy. People really seem to like him in the crowd. Like, what?
Yeah.
All right, I guess is this his theme? All right, cool. Let's go with it.
But
And I mean, it's created a ton of memes. I mean, what else can you get out of a theme unless like Fandango's and you're gonna hit the charts with it? I mean, that's not gonna happen. But with AJ's, I mean, there's memes. You talk about AJ, people are just like, you don't want some, nope. You know, like I think it's not bad for his character necessarily.
Right.
It gets buzz, and most theme songs don't get any buzz. No one's going out there and being like, man, I'm so happy Carmella came out so I could hear this weird bass notes come out of my TV with no treble. Like I don't get it.
But like, it's one of the things that, you know, if there's anything like I could take back from a couple of years ago, it would be their team. Even when WWE was awful, like actively bad, the teams are still quite good because they were licensing music. But now it's just kind of like, you know, when TNA
It all goes through what's the CFO?
yeah, CFO
Does most of their themes now? Yeah.
like sometimes they nail it. Like Finn Balor's team is legit fantastic, and I like Seth Rollins' team.
Shinsuke's is great. Glorious
Yes.
is great for Bobby Roode.
So I suppose, you know, not every team's gonna be fantastic. Oh, one of the worst teams in the world, and you know, it needs to change. Dean Ambrose's team, I can't stand it anymore. It's just so lame. It's like, I don't know, man. Dean Ambrose is one of those guys who, when I think the book is written, if he keeps going on the way he's going, he's just, you know, he's gonna be a guy doing things because he's just not interesting at all. But okay, you were saying
Well, and he's so willing to take crazy bumps. He's so willing. Whether or not he likes them is a different issue. He doesn't like them. He's made that abundantly clear. But like you said, he's willing to do it.
but see, like,
That kind of pigeonholes him.
but see, the bump things, like some people say, well, that's what got Mick Foley over. No, it's not really. You know,
No.
if you look back on Mick's career, he was incredibly popular. You know, after he started taking the bumps, his character got him over. His likability and the comedy, goofy stuff got him over. I don't know, like as much as I like, you know, a good hardcore match or whatever, you know, these are guys at the end of the day, and you're doing it night after night. They're not going to be around very much longer. You know, their career is going to be cut short. Like look at Daniel Bryan, for example. Although we will talk about Daniel Bryan in a few minutes, because yeah, he is a crazy man if he's planning to do what he's actually planning to do. Or
Buzz. I want to get back before we do. I want to get back because I lost track of this when we were talking about gender, because I think we left out. We were getting into that. You know, let's look at this from a storyline, like an angle stance, and I think we also need to take a step back and realize, you know, WWE is expanding into India.
Yeah,
There's there's legitimate business reasons why this is happening, and I think maybe that goes into the NXT thing, like we were talking about earlier. It's sometimes they're making decisions that aren't. Wrestling's gone from being about matches and getting people to come out to the carnival so you can see a match, or you know, go to Madison Square Garden because these guys are going to be tangled up. That's not what it's about anymore. It's about how much can we get for our TV contracts? Can we expand into other countries? What kind of ad revenue? Do we add a third hour at Raw? Well, it's going to make the product worse. We can't write that much TV each week. Yeah, but we're going to make an extra $600,000 or whatever it is. Like it's wrestling's not about even sports entertainment. It's not about what we think sports entertainment is about anymore. It's evolved into this very corporate, conglomerate of it's best for business.
That's true.
And I think
That's very
people
true.
thought, oh, it's best for business. That means the people I want to see are going to be the guys that are winning championships. No, they literally mean it's best for the stock price.
Join us at nerdtoknowmedia.com.